So this video is called, if you're a filmmaker and need inspiration, watch this part 2. Last year I made, if you're a filmmaker and need inspiration, watch this part 1. And it was a fuzzy, kind of cozy, big, swelling music, pretty pictures, lots of slow motion. But this one's gonna be a little darker.
We're gonna shoot something the other day.
This one is going to be kind of a grab you by the collar and ask if your career is where you think it should be, and if it's not, then what can we do about it? So I just got back from Amsterdam and Berlin leading some workshops for mid-career filmmakers. Those are people who've been in the industry and working for 10, 12, 15 years. Most of them were gig work people. They weren't making their own original stuff and selling it. And I had to ask them, was that the plan they had for themselves? And if they haven't sold anything ever, or if they haven't sold anything in 3 years, is that okay with you? And I want to ask you that same question. If you haven't sold anything that is, we didn't get in this to point cameras at CEOs' heads and have them talk about, tensile strength of graphite. We got in this to tell stories and to change the world and to be game changers. And so if we are merely pointing cameras at things to pay the bills, is that what we really want to be doing? So I asked them that question. And the next part of this video was a video I shot right after that workshop. And let's just say I'm a little bit cranky. I didn't hold back and probably didn't have my sensor valve turned very low. So there's going to be some swear words in it. There's going to be some stuff in it that maybe if it offends you, this probably isn't the video for you. So let's dive into that video and I'll see you on the other side. So I'm going to blow some sunshine up my own ass here for a second. My career brings me all over the world. And right now I'm in Amsterdam. Just got back from Berlin. And the reason my career takes me to these places is because I treat it like a business, not like an expensive hobby. The Hollywood dream almost killed me. And it killed me because I had a very narrow view of what success was. And then I started realizing I was making my entire career about me rather than somebody else. So the best way to succeed at this business is to give more to other people than you ask for in return. It's make sure they get more value and that you're offering something rather than asking for something. I get more emails saying, hey, I've never met you, but read my shit. And here's a 200-page script, or here's a, 30-pound production Bible. People try to sell me work all the time. I used to do the same thing, so I get it. I'm not trying to tell you that you should be ashamed of that, but I'm going to tell you this. That's the wrong way to do it. If you want to travel the world, work on your terms, sell your ideas for money instead of your time, the best way to do that is to treat your career like an enterprise. Take your ego out of it, take yourself out of it, take the whole idea and say, what can I do for other people that adds value and makes their job easier? That's how I was able to create a career where I work constantly and I have multiple revenue streams rather than relying on a giant hit for my income. It's kind of like waiting for the lottery. And you hear me say this all the time. I know I do, but the reality of it is I just led two workshops, and there are too many people who have been doing the same thing over and over. The jury is not out if you haven't sold anything in 3 years. right? If you are still paying to work, that's not a career. That's an expensive hobby. So I'm here to tell you, if you add value rather than try to take something out of the industry, you're going to make it. You're going to really make it. People are going to want to be around you. But if you continually ask people for everything to sort of save your life and make your career and discover you, you're going to be waiting a long time. But at the end of the day, it's possible for everyone. And I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you because if you are frustrated that you have all these stories left inside you and that nowhere to go, or you bring your work to film festivals and get paid in compliments and there's no buyers there to speak of, then it's time for you to rebuild everything. Tear down your entire idea of what your career needs to be and reinvent it. But I'm living proof it can happen for you. So do the right thing. Make it about other people. Talking to you. There you go. Like I said, this coming year, I'm not going to mess around. I'm here to help people get from stuck to unstuck. And that requires a certain level of destroying whatever your old worldview was or is that has gotten you the results that you're not looking for. If you're a filmmaker who's crushing it, great. If you're not, then it's time to pick up a whole new set of tools. There's real actionable, practical stuff that you can do today that's going to move the needle on your career. And I say that not to brag, I say that because all of this information I give you was hard won. You know, this was all stuff where I got popped in the mouth a lot and I failed a lot and I got just beaten up and ripped off and lied to and all of this stuff. And now it's different because I don't deal in that circle anymore. I don't use those tools that got me those results. And so I want your career, and everybody's career can be great. And if the voice in your head is telling you that it can't, then that's got to change too, because that's lying to you. So this is the year that everything changes. This is the year that we all get aggressive, that we all take our career and drive it rather than it driving us. So leave a comment down below about what you're going to let go and what tools you need in order to succeed and to move the needle and to get to the place that you've always seen yourself being. Please leave a comment, because those things are going to be things I'm going to make videos about in the really near future. And so when I get feedback from you, this channel gets better. So let's make 2020 the best year ever. Let's make this the year where we go, it happened for us. It's here. It's happening now. So subscribe, push the little notification button and get notified when there's new videos coming up. And let's make 2020 the year that your career changed. Let's make 2020 the year where you finally get to say, wow, I'm at the place that I always dreamed of. And that'll only be the beginning. And I'm talking to you.